Who are you fooling? Every day, you slip on a mask, a confident nod, a slick social post, a smile that screams, "I've got it together." But when the world goes quiet, the mask cracks, and the truth creeps in. You're scared. Scared of being ignored. Scared of looking weak. Machiavelli saw it all. In the snake pit courts of Florence, he didn't just watch. He hunted. To him, weakness wasn't a flaw. It was prey. And he never missed. Weakness doesn't shout. It leaks through tiny habits you barely notice. The coworker who rambles to sound smart. The friend who grovels to be liked. You. Checking your phone for a like. Machiavelli didn't just spot these cracks. He turned them into weapons. He knew. The weak don't yell. They slip. Psychology calls it fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of being nothing. Catch these cracks, and you hold power. Miss them, and you're the prey. This isn't a feel-good talk. It's a mirror. We'll tear open 3 behaviors that expose weakness. Not just in others, but in you. From Machiavelli's playbook, you'll learn to see through masks, turn weakness into leverage, and build a presence that demands respect. No comfort here, just truth. Sharp, cold, and ready to cut. Have you ever felt like you're not enough? Drop it in the comments. The first crack is so common. You're probably doing it right now. Let's dive in. Ever caught yourself talking too much? In a meeting, you pitch an idea, then keep explaining, just hoping for nods. Or you're late and spin a whole story to justify it. We've all been there. Right, but Machiavelli called this the first crack. Overjustification. It's not about being clear. It's about fear. Fear of looking dumb. Fear of not being enough. In Florence, the strong, like Cesare Borgia, spoke once, and the room adjusted. The weak, they rambled, begging for approval, their words spilling like a broken glass. Look around. The coworker who sends a 3-page email about a missed deadline, as if words will save them. The friend who over-explains why they flaked, just wanting your understanding. And you, defending your choices to someone who's already tuned out. Every extra word is a plea. See me as enough. Machiavelli knew. The justifier isn't honest. They're insecure. Psychology calls it imposter syndrome. Fear of being exposed as a fraud. But every excuse doesn't build credibility. It tears you down. Machiavelli stood in cold palaces, watching lords lose respect. Not to enemies, but to their own mouths. Cesare Borgia. He never justified. He acted. His silence made others doubt themselves. Why do you do it? You think more words will win trust. But they scream self-doubt. You're not leading. You're pleading, and the world smells it. Like sharks smell blood. Want to stop? Here's how. Pause before speaking. Count to 3. Ask yourself, am I clarifying or chasing approval? Speak once, clearly, then stop. If you must explain, write it down first, then cut it in half. Try this challenge. For the next 24 hours, don't justify a single choice. Late. Say, It won't happen again. Idea questioned. Nod and move on. Feel the shift. Silence isn't weakness. It's a blade. Slicing through doubt. Making others squirm. Not you. History proves it. Machiavelli saw lords lose thrones by over-explaining. Borgia didn't. He ruled. You're new different. Stop begging for approval. And you'll start demanding respect. Ever smiled when you wanted to scream? Nodded at a lousy idea. Laughed at a bad joke. Or said it's fine when someone crossed your line. We've all done it, haven't we? But Machiavelli called this the second crack. Fake kindness. It's not generosity. It's surrender. Psychology points to fear. Fear of conflict. Fear of being disliked. In Florence, the strong, like Cesare Borgia, gave kindness with purpose, never trading their backbone. The weak, they grinned like puppets, just to dodge trouble. Look around. The co-worker who agrees with everyone, then vents behind closed doors. The friend who apologizes for fights they didn't start, just to keep peace. And you, letting a rude client walk over you, scared of a clash. Every fake smile is a white flag. You're not building trust. You're selling your self-respect. Machiavelli knew. The people pleaser isn't kind. They're afraid. Psychology calls it people-pleasing. A trap rooted in fear of rejection. When it fails, you don't stay nice. You turn bitter, sarcastic, or passive-aggressive. Your kindness was never real. It was a shield. Machiavelli saw lords fall, not from wars, but from spineless smiles. Cesare Borgia. He gave gifts to allies but never bowed to enemies. His kindness had teeth. Yours. It's a leash. Every yes to avoid conflict shrinks you. You think it keeps you safe. It paints a target on your back. The world doesn't respect doormats. It steps on them. Want to stop? Here's how. Pause before agreeing. Ask, is this my choice or their pressure? Say no once a day. Starting small. Like declining a minor favor. Write one boundary you'll hold this week. Like I won't apologize unless I'm wrong. When anger rises, breathe. Don't smile. Let silence speak. Try this challenge. For the next 24 hours, say no to one request you'd normally fake a yes for. Maybe a favor you don't owe or a plan you don't want. Say, thanks. I'll pass. Feel the power. Real kindness has boundaries. Fake kindness chains you. History proves it. Machiavelli saw men lose loyalty by playing nice. Borgia didn't. He commanded armies. You're no different. Stop bending to be liked. And stand tall to be respected. Ever chased the spotlight. Posted a photo. Then checked likes every minute. Or spoke louder in a meeting. Hopping heads turn. We've all craved that glance. Right. But Machiavelli called this the third crack. Attention. Addiction. It's not confidence. It's panic. Psychology ties it to fear. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of being nothing. In Florence, the strong, like Cesare Borgia, moved like shadows, striking without warning. The weak. They shouted, danced, begged for eyes, exposing their emptiness. Look around. The co-worker who name-drops in every Zoom call, fishing for claps. The friend who turns every chat into a stage, hyping wins to feel alive. And you? Refreshing your inbox for praise or stretching a story to impress. Every move screams. Niccolò Machiavelli knew. The attention seeker isn't bold. They're brittle. Psychology calls it narcissistic supply. You're hooked on validation to feel you exist, but every grab for the spotlight dims you. You're not shining. You're bleeding. Machiavelli saw loud nobles fall, not from enemies, but from their own hunger. Cesare Borgia. He worked in silence, letting results speak. His absence was louder than their noise. Why do you chase it? You think likes or nods will fill the void, but they chain you. The more you perform, the less you're respected. The world doesn't bow to the loud. It ignores them. Want to stop? Here's how. Pause before posting or boasting. Ask, am I sharing or screaming? Go one day without seeking praise. No posts. No name dropping. Do one task in private. No audience needed. If you crave attention, journal it. Don't broadcast it. Try this challenge. For the next 24 hours, vanish from the stage. No posts. No fishing for compliments. No loud stories. Work in silence. Like Borgia. Feel the strength. Silence isn't death. It's freedom. It makes others wonder where you are. Not why you're shouting. History proves it. Machiavelli saw fame chasers bury themselves. Borgia didn't. He shaped empires. You're no different. Stop chasing eyes and build in the shadows. When you ditch attention, addiction, you don't just earn respect. You own the room. You've seen the cracks. Excuses. Fake smiles. Attention hunger. They're not just flaws, they're levers. Machiavelli didn't just spot weakness. He used it. In Florence's cutthroat courts, he turned shaky men into tools. This is the fourth truth. Weakness isn't your enemy, it's your weapon. The strong don't fight. They steer. Look closer. The co-worker who over-explains. Not a threat. A puppet. Nod once. Say, I get it. And they'll spill secrets for your approval. The friend who plays nice. Not loyal. Desperate. Give them a role. Make them feel chosen. And they'll follow. The loudmouth craving likes. Fragile. Let them take credit for your idea. And they'll dance to your tune. Machiavelli saw this in every courtier. Weakness was his chessboard. Psychology explains it. People crave validation. The justifier needs your nod. The pleaser needs your warmth. The attention addict needs your eyes. Feed those hungers just enough. And they're yours. Machiavelli nailed this. He'd listen to a rambler, nod, and gain a spy. He'd flatter a people-pleaser, give them a task, and earn loyalty. He'd let a fame chaser shine, then pull strings from the shadows. This isn't kindness. It's strategy. Want to do it? Here's how. Spot the crack. Listen for excuses, fake smiles, or boasts. Feed their need. A nod, a task, a spotlight. But sparingly. Stay in control. Never let them feel equal. Keep the gap wide. Pull back. If they overreach, ignore them. Silence is checkmate. Try this challenge. For 24 hours. Test one weak person. Nod at their excuse. Praise their effort. Or let them brag. Watch them open up. Then go silent. Pull back. See them chase your approval. That's your leverage. You're not fighting. You're steering. History proves it. Machiavelli used the weak to build empires. Cesare Borgia fedrival segos. Then struck when they leaned in. You're no different. Every day. You pass le verre. Bosses craving respect. Friends needing validation. Strangers chasing likes. Don't judge. Use them. When you turn weakness into a tool, you don't just win. You rule. Think you're safe. You've spotted weakness in others. Excuses. Fake smiles. Attention cravings. But the real danger isn't out there. It's in you. Machiavelli didn't just hunt others, he hunted himself. Every word. Every choice. Every urge. This is the fifth truth. Your own weakness betrays you first. The strong don't just win. They purge. Look in the mirror. You've rambled to fit in. Smiled to avoid a fight. Posted to feel seen. Each time, you leaked power. You thought it was small. A quick excuse. A forced grin. A like-chasing post. Wrong. Each crack grows. And the world sees it before you. In exile, Machiavelli faced his own shadows. No crowds. No titles. Just truth. He saw his urges to explain. Please. Or shine. He didn't run. He crushed them. Psychology says weakness sneaks in through fear. Fear of being wrong. Disliked. Or ignored. That's why you over-explain. Say yes. Too fast. Or crave applause. Machiavelli had a system to kill it. He watched his words. Am I leading or begging? If begging, he stopped. He tested his yeses. Is this my will or their whip? If fear-driven, he said no. He embraced silence. The weak hate it. They fill it with noise. Machiavelli lived in it, letting it forge him into steel. He hid his hunger, working in shadows, letting results speak. Want to start? Here's how. Track your words today. Count how often you explain needlessly. Say no to one request. No excuse needed. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Own the discomfort. Skip one post or boast. Work without an audience. Try this challenge. For 24 hours. Hunt one weakness in yourself. Catch an excuse. A fake yes. Or a need for eyes. And stop it cold. Feel the shift. You're not hiding. You're forging. History proves it. Exile sharpened Machiavelli, not softened him. The weak crumble under scrutiny. He thrived. You can. 2. Stop leaking. Start forging. When you kill your own weakness, you don't just stand. You tower. You've seen the cracks. Excuses. Fake smiles. Attention hunger. You've learned to use them. To kill them in yourself. Now what? Machiavelli didn't stop at surviving. He built something rare. Untouchable power. This is the final truth. Power isn't loud. It's silent. It's presence. It's you. Shifting the room without a word. The weak chase noise. They explain to be heard. Please, to be liked. Shout to be seen. Every move screams fear. The fear of being ignored. Of being nothing. You've been there. Rambling to a boss who didn't care. Smiling at a rival you despised. Posting for eyes that scrolled past. Each time, you gave away power. Machiavelli saw this in Florence's courts. Loud braggarts burned bright. Then faded. The silent ones, they shaped history. Real power doesn't beg. It commands. Cesare Borgia, Machiavelli's model, didn't yell orders or chase claps. He stood still. His glance was a verdict. His silence, a throne. Psychology explains why we fear the quiet. They reveal nothing. So we project strength onto them. Speak less. Move with purpose. Hold your ground. And the world adjusts. Not because you demand it, but because you are it. Want to be untouchable? Speak less than they expect. Let silence make them talk. Make your approval rare. Don't flatter easy or smile free. Pause before reacting. Ask, am I responding or chasing their nod? Act without announcing. Let results define you. Not words. Try this. For 48 hours, cut your words in half. Say no without explaining. Hold eye contact. No smile. Skip a post. A boast. A plea for eyes. Feel the shift. You're not hiding. You're weighty. Your presence becomes a force others can't ignore. History proves it. Machiavelli wrote, "The Prince in Exile." Not for applause, but for truth. His words still cut centuries later. Compare that to the loud lords he mocked. Their dust. Queen Elizabeth I ruled with silence as much as words. Her pause was a command. Her presence, a crown. You're new different. Every choice is a chisel. God of a weak. You crumble. God of strong. You endure. This isn't about cruelty. It's about being inevitable. The weak fear discomfort. Judgment. Solitude. You embrace them. You don't chase respect. You become its source. Walk into a room. Say nothing. And eyes turn. Voices hush. Steps falter. Not because you're loud, but because you're unshakable. They adjust their tone. Weigh their words. Fear your disapproval. Not because you demand it, but because your silence does. What's your legacy? A string of posts no one scrolls. A trail of yeses no one recalls. Or a mark that lasts. Machiavelli didn't chase today's claps. He built for centuries. You can. 2. Stop explaining. Stop pleasing. Stop shouting. Build in silence. Let your presence be your monument. Your will, your crown. Final challenge. For 3 days, kill one weakness. No excuses. No fake smiles. Nor casing likes. Journal your progress. Share your results in the comments. Did the room shift? Subscribe for more razor-sharp truths. Share this with someone who needs it. Ask yourself now, are you a flicker or a scar? Carve your mark. Let the world feel your silence.